Stocks our strategists feel are poised to deliver positive returns are featured now in their top stock picks of the week.
Hi everyone, welcome to Top Stock Picks of the Week. I'm Neena Mishra, and my top stock picks today are two of the hottest stocks in the market currently. These are Micron and SanDisk. These are among the biggest beneficiaries of the AI boom, and some of the biggest companies in the world reported their earnings results last week. And the biggest takeaway was that the AI boom is not slowing down. So let me share my screen and talk more about Micron and SanDisk. So starting with Micron Technology, and both these stocks are Zacks ranked number one strong buy rated stocks. Micron, ticker symbol MU. This is one of the leading providers of semiconductor memory solutions and one of the biggest winners of the AI boom. And its high bandwidth memory, or HBM, this is critical for chips which are used in AI models. Micron reported its results in March, and latest quarter earnings were up 682% year over year. These are some astounding numbers, and revenues soared 196% year over year. The company also issued strong guidance for the current quarter. And in fact, according to the Zacks earnings trends, Nvidia and Micron, they are the biggest contributors to technology sector's growth in first quarter of 2026, including the contribution from these two chip companies. First quarter earnings growth for the rest of Zacks tech sector drops to just 12.6% from 29.7%. And in fact, if you go to the code page on Zacks, you will see these astounding numbers: EPS growth 757%, sales growth 196%, as I mentioned. And also, if you look at details earnings estimates, you will see how analysts have raised their estimates for the current year and the next year. And because of these big jump in earnings estimates, the stock is currently a Zacks ranked number one strong buy stock. Now, the company also announced plans to increase its capital spending, and that is because it wants to meet the surging demand for its chips. But you should remember that memory is notoriously cyclical, so it goes through these massive boom and bust cycles. So that is why producers are not exactly rushing to increase their demand in a big way. That said, the company also announced plans to increase capital spending, as I mentioned, and they are planning a new memory fab in upstate New York, but supply from that fab is not expected until 2030 because these things take time. And according to Morgan Stanley chip analyst, memory is in the midst of a generational supply and demand mismatch. And another thing investors should remember is that the two other major players are SK Hynix and Samsung. They are listed in South Korea, so it is not very easy for US investors to invest in those two companies. So that is why Micron has seen a lot of interest, up more than 100% year to date, more than 600% over the past year. And if you look at the earnings, the chart, price consensus and EPS surprise chart, you will see that those it was this the chart was almost flat earlier, but over the past couple of years the stock has just skyrocketed, and it has been exceeding those estimates since then. Well, as I mentioned, the stock is up a lot year to date, so that is why there may be opportunities to buy on dips, because it is a volatile stock, trades on headlines of often and sees big moves up and down. So look for potential buy the dip opportunities. Another big beneficiary of this AI trade and insatiable demand search for chips and storage solution is SanDisk, SNDK. This is also a Zacks rank number one strong buy rated stock. So this develops NAND flash-based data storage devices and solutions. This is a relatively new company. It was spun out of Western Digital in February 2025, and then in November it was added to the S&P 500 index this year to the Nasdaq. And since that's spinning off, the stock is up more than 3,000%. Yes, you read that right, 3,000%. It is up 425% year to date. This company reported its earnings just last week, and Q2 revenue was up 61% year over year. EPS was up huge. Look at those numbers. So again, you can go to the code page on Zacks.com, read our research report articles to learn more about this stock. And for this also, you will see that analysts have been raising their estimates for current year and next year after those blockbuster results. You can also look at the price consensus and EPS surprise chart. So this is a new company, so not much history, but since it's spinning off, the chart is just vertical. So again, this is also a very hot stock and trades on headlines, often sees big moves up and down. But because of the surge in demand for chips, both these stocks, Micron and SanDisk, they are worth a look, and look for opportunities for buying on any dips. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out zacks.com/promo for an interesting offer. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube video channel so that you do not miss anything. And we will see you next week with two more interesting top stock picks.